Well, welcome back. Thank you guys for participating. Thank you, Sonia, for bringing us in and out of our respective Zoom spheres. And Flavia, I know you need to go. Would you like to say anything before you go?
Oh my God. The thing I can share is there is no coincidence.
No.
And as we were sharing with Soraya, it's true that as long as you're sharing through your authenticity, who you are in your story, it's incredible how you can connect with people and how people can just relate to your own story. So what we have just lived with Soraya was just out of this world, if I may say. It was just incredible. And just thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here and participating. Soraya, do you want to share back before Flavia goes?
No, I agree. It was like, and sometimes there is stories that we're scared to share because it's very vulnerable. But these stories are the ones that are connecting you even more with people, and it's scary, but a lot of like sometimes you feel so alone in certain things you go through, but when you share, you realize that actually so much more people are going through the same things, and nothing is a coincidence. You attract exactly people that actually went through the same pain or went through the same, but yet you felt so alone when you went through that, so it's
Wow.
yeah, I mean, I still have to improve so much, and there are still some stories I'm holding back, but yeah, it's super interesting. And we shared about that, and it was like, wow.
Thank you. So take your finger and let's go ahead and press on the baby finger, because every time you get the sensation of, wow, I had an amazing experience sharing my story with somebody else. This is what it feels like. My body has this excitement. My body has this experience. My body got to share. I don't feel alone. They don't feel alone. So much of what you're here to share is a human experience. And when we realize we're not alone in sharing our story and somebody gets it and someone's sharing it, just take the sensation that you have and anchor it here. And then anytime you get a chance, and we can, keep adding to this, is every time you do this, I often do this, but sometimes it's a little bit obvious when you're getting ready to stand up on stage that you're doing this. You can just hold your hands and go, yes, okay, I'm ready for my squeeze, 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 squeeze. Yeah, this is like, yeah, right before I speak, let me go do this, right? So I'm just telling you, this is how you anchor a sensation to a unique stimulus that now becomes yours, and you go to your go-to point. And then that sensation that you have and the stories you both told is that that somebody else is sharing your life and your story and your experience. And even though they may have something a little different, you're still connecting heart to heart. You're still a human going through this experience. And now you know what it's like to cheer your heart on and go, oh, there's other people like me. Other people have my story. Other people have my message. Yeah. So I'm just going to encourage you as you guys share that we're going to start anchoring these stories in. Yeah. All right, Dory and Luke. Luke, do you want to go before you have to go?
You want to go ahead first, Dory?
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you so much, Luke. Luke just gave me the best feedback. It was so helpful, super, super helpful. And also I got to witness like Luke in action, which was just, seriously, I'm trying to find the words because I think you are already like, yeah, just so ahead with the speaking, and it was really a great story, perfectly put together. I will try to send you a few bits and pieces, but there's hardly anything, to be honest, that I can add to that. We didn't get the chance to for me to share the feedback because it was a little bit short time, but yeah, it was just super amazing. Yeah, really great experience.
Very cool. Thank you. Luke, how about you?
Yeah, it was amazing. There were so many similarities between Dory's story and my story. So as I was listening to Dory's story, it was very easy for me to give very specific feedback because I've done all the thinking already of what Dory's gone through. So there are some things that Laurie's already taught to me that I was able to kind of pay it forward to Dory, because there's some similarities in our stories and the things that we've experienced, and that loss of identity leaving the corporate world, and then the struggle to find it and the choices we have to make. And Dory had really, really, really grown in her story since we saw it last time. She has some beautiful new pieces in it. And you know, when you hear somebody else's story and you go, oh my God, you could say this, and this bit made me think of this, and all the things that, you know, you kind of fill in. So it was beautiful to be able to share those back with Dory. And then to then have the space to tell my story, knowing that Dory was on the same page with it. And so I can't wait to hear Dory's feedback. I'm really going to enjoy it.
Yay, thank you. Well, we all get the chance tomorrow to redo this, but with different people. And what you're going to learn is the more personal your story is, the more universal it is. So I think that's part of what you're starting to understand. And Sonia had a chance with me and Noelle in a breakout room. We thought Chris would come in, but the three of us ended up being together. Sonia, what would you like to say? And then we'll wrap
Yeah,
it
it
up.
was the most beautiful experience. Thank you both. Really, just feeling like I felt so seen and heard that it was such a pleasure to share my story. Like you, both of you are such a great listeners, and you gave me the most valuable feedback. And it's just so, like, I struggled my whole life with sharing my story. Especially, I could talk about a million things, but sharing my personal stories, that was always a struggle. So feeling so comfortable to share things that I wouldn't share before, it means the world to me. And I'm really, really grateful for both of you and for creating that space for me.
Thank you. That was fun. Noelle, you want to have anything you want to say?
Well, I loved Sonia's story. It was amazing. I connected with it, and we are different ages from different parts of the world, but I also grew up in a dictatorship. She had the bombs dropping. I had the military coming into the house, wrecking everything when I was a little girl, the fear, and then building a life upon in compensation to what you didn't have or what you feared as a little girl. It was so powerful hearing it from Sonia. And you did such a great job, Sonia, putting everything together. And wow, and you're a badass, what you have gone through and where you're at right now. When you take people on that journey with you, wow, you're going to.
Thank you so much. Wow.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So tonight, you guys get to, or wherever you are, it's 9 a.m. here in California, is that we get to review some of what we got. And then tomorrow we're going to practice it again. And this time we'll have a little bit more ease and flow and a little bit more time. And we'll be able to practice this again. And then I do believe, if I remember from that, just make a video, share what you got, so you get constantly used to being able to articulate the experience that you just had and put it in the WhatsApp group. And then we will see you guys all tomorrow.
Great.
All right. Thank you so much.
Have a great day, everyone.
See you.
See you. Bye for
See you
now.
tomorrow.